In the northern part of Europe, by the Baltic Sea, there is a country called Lithuania. It is a very wooded land. Lithuanians living here for thousands of years protected and cared for the trees. The most important tree is an oak, which symbolizes strength and power. Our ancestors believed that there were spirits shielding them from evil. Oaks flourished throughout Lithuania, and Kaunas still has the largest oak grove in Europe. Once upon a time, the earth was a place of prosperity not only for oaks but for all life, until there appeared a man. The number of people quadrupled in the last century. 15 billion trees are cut down every year due to human activity. About 2 billion tons of municipal waste is generated worldwide every year. 8 million tons of plastics are thrown into the ocean every year, destroying ecosystems and entering food chains. There has been so much pollution lately that nature cannot clean itself. The increase in plastic production to 359 million tons in 50 years has led to an increase in its environmental impact. Decomposing waste emits methane gas, which has a 25-fold greater impact on climate change than carbon dioxide. It is estimated that by 2050, the production of plastics and the incineration of waste could emit 2.8 billion tons of greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. Decomposed plastic enters the global ocean. There are more microplastic particles than stars in our galaxy. Microplastics are particularly harmful to plankton, which is important for the ocean population and for mitigating climate change. Thanks to phytoplankton, the ocean successfully absorbs up to 50% of the world's carbon dioxide. The English philosopher Edmund Burke has said that the only thing necessary for the triumph of evil is for good men to do nothing. Therefore, realizing the catastrophic effects of pollution on our planet, we have taken real action. Knowing that only 9% of all plastic waste ever produced was recycled, we decided to start making creative use of the secondary raw materials we find in our homes. After all, most waste can be recycled. For example, plastic bottles can be turned into feeders, old newspapers and cans into pencils, unused blouses into reusable bags. A new candle can be poured out of the remnants of candle wax, and seeds can be sown in their containers. Creatively recycled plastic waste can also be used for training purposes. We decided to share these ideas with the entire school community and organized an exhibition to restore to a second life. Everyone was willing to contribute to this initiative and took an interest in the problem of environmental pollution. The use of secondary raw materials reduces energy use, the need for raw materials, and the impact on climate change. This conserves natural resources and prevents pollution. In one of the main exhibits of the exhibition, a plastic piggy bank, people donated money to an oak tree. There was once a large oak forest in our area. That is why we have planted an oak, which symbolizes the continuous connection between man and nature. After all, Trees not only absorb CO2 gas, produce oxygen, reduce soil erosion, but also support biodiversity. Let this little tree grow into a strong oak tree, like our little idea of the great hope that man will start actively sorting garbage, not polluting nature, composting green waste, conserving available resources, maintaining sustainable fashion, disseminating nature conservation information, and encouraging others to do so. After all, our planet is the only one, and it is up to us what kind of planet we will leave for future generations. Let us exist, but let us not harm the earth.